So did you just buy yourself a Raspberry Pi 4, 3, any model, but most obviously the 4 because it has a micro HDMI or mini HDMI, one of the two. But the thing is, see, you have to buy that as a separate part if you don't have one because a normal HDMI cable won't work. So I'm going to teach you how to get into your Pi without even having the HDMI or not, nor even having what is it? Ethernet cable. So you don't even have to have an Ethernet, neither do you have to have a HDMI. So first thing you will need to do this is, of course, your power brick. Now, if let's say you bought one of those kits, but it didn't come with an HDMI, a 5 volt, but I recommend 5.5 volt will work. This Samsung one goes up to 9 volts, which is pretty good. And then, of course, you'll need your Type C. Now, this will work on the Raspberry Pi 3, so it would be using a micro USB if you're using a Raspberry Pi 3. And then obviously you're going to need, your micro SD card. This just is an adapter. You can see where I'm holding it right here is the micro SD card. This is just an adapter. And of course, finally, you're going to need your Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 8GB model. This is the Model B. So it's their latest and greatest Raspberry Pi at the moment of filming. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to teach you how to get it working, how to find it on your internet to get to it. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so as you can see my screen here, we're going to go to get some things that we have to download. So what you want to do is, I'll put all the links in the description so you don't have to. So I'm going to search up raspberrypi.com. This is not here. We need to go to software. And then Raspberry Pi OS and or Raspberry is their own OS basically. So what you're going to want to do is, if you have a Mac computer, so if it's Apple branded, you want to download this one right here. If you have a Windows machine, which I am on Windows, I would download this. I'm going to click that. So when it starts downloading, you should see it right here. On my web browser it does that, for yours it may not. And if you're running Ubuntu, you just download this, which Ubuntu is just a flavor of Linux. And basically what you're downloading is this, which is a Raspberry Pi imager, and I'll show you what that is. So before we start, putting things and messing around in files and installing the Raspberry Pi OS onto the SD card, there's two other applications you want to get, maybe 3 depending on if you want to get the third one. So you want to go and search up Advanced IP Scanner. Now what you want to do is go to HTTPS Advanced IP Scanner. And if you don't feel safe clicking on these random links, I'll put the actual one in the description. I want to press this, and you want to go to this site. Now, after you're on the site, you can press free download, compatible with Windows 10. You may have to get another one for other kinds of OSs, but this is for Windows. You want to press free download, press the down. You want to press the download, get it as an application. Now the next one you want to get is, you want to search up PuTTY, which PuTTY is going to allow us to do a couple of things, which is going to allow us to SSH into our system. So it's depending. You may need to ask your parents if you're a kid, or just know if your system's 32-bit or 64. Mine is 64-bit, so you want to press this. This may look like a sketchy site, but don't worry. I've downloaded it in the past and have no viruses or anything. You want to click on it, download it. It should be here. Open it as a .msi file. Open it up, set it up, and all that. And now we can get into putting some files into there. No, actually, we need to get Raspberry first, which I'm about to show you. So after you have downloaded the imager, it should be named Imager 1.5. Depending if you're watching this in the future, it may be changed the version, which is it may be like 1.6 or something. So what you want to do is you want to double click it. And I've already installed it. but I'm just gonna press no to install it. But I already installed it, but you should press yes if you're on Windows. And then I don't know what it looks like for Mac OS or Ubuntu, but you just do the normal, application procedure to download, and then I'll meet you there after it's done downloaded. Okay, so now once you've launched the Raspberry Pi Imager, you want to choose operating system. So for now, we're going to stick with Raspberry, which is a port of Debian, as you can see here. It's basically just a flavor, another flavor of Linux that's based off Debian, which is another flavor of Linux. There's lots of flavors of Linux. There's, Red Hat and stuff. So if you're going to be installing something else, then you can get it here. And this video is not really a tutorial for that, but you want to click this. And then what you want to do is you want to get your SD card and you want to plug it into your computer. Now, if you don't have a micro SD card adapter and or a normal SD card port, you're going to be kind of in trouble, and you might just buy a HDMI cable. So after you have inserted it, you should see it here, which this isn't my my SD card, but you can just use it as an SD card. USB drives will work, but I just recommend the SD card because then you can just put it into the port and stuff. And what you want to do is press right. Now I'm not going to press it, but it should start writing, and then it should say verifying. You don't have to verify, but it's good to verify just in case it didn't download anything. But you can press cancel verify, and it'll just be done. So after you're done with that, I'm going to show you a couple files you need to put into the to the OS where you downloaded it, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so a couple things you need to do first. So as you can see, I have these two files here, but I'll show you how to make them first. So what you want to do is you want to right click. I don't know if it's the same, but just make a text document on Mac and Ubuntu. You basically don't want to have the extension. You don't want to have a file extension. So the way to do that on Windows is you want to go to New, and then you want to scroll down to Text Document. Now, what you want to do is take out everything, even the .txt. You want to press SSH, which is going to basically tell the Pi to allow it to, how do you say it? Like, allow it to connect to an application such as VNC Viewer, PuTTY, lots of others, and you want to press Enter. Now, it's going to ask you, this file might become unusable. It's not going to become unusable. You want to press Yes. And then I'm gonna press yes, but you should name it SSH and it should pop up like that. I'm just gonna delete this one. And then I have something here called WA supplicant.config or conf. So basically what this does is it allows me to basically how do you say it? It allows me to connect to the internet right as it boots up. And this is how we're gonna basically get to the Pi. So what you're going to want to do is you want to type in country equals, and I put US, but you just put in whatever country you will live in, and you want to use Notepad++, which I'll teach you how to download that. I actually think I taught you how to download it. This is before I even posted the video. And you want to do update config equals 1. Now you want to do control underscore interface equals /var/run/wpa underscore supplicant. And then you want to do network equals this, which I'll put this whole thing in the description if you want to just copy and paste it, but there will be no, internet or like SSID and password on here already in the country. You have to put your own. And then when you're done with that, you want to do scan underscore SSID equals 1. And then you want to do SSID equals, your internet name, which I'll put this in the description, but you have to put your own internet SSID, which is your, the name of your internet and your password by yourself. But I'll put this in the description for you to download. And then what you want to do is you want to press File, and you want to press Save As. And what you want to do is you want to rename it WPA underscore supplicant.conf, which is a config file. And what you want to do is I downloaded Raspberry, which I actually didn't, but I'm just saying, if you did, what you want to do is you want to put this in there first. So what you can actually do is you can carry the file by holding the right click. Now, if you're left-hander, then if you're a left-hander, you hold on the right click to move the file around. And what you want to do is you want to hold it on the USB flash drive. And then I just copied it to there, which I did. And you may see more files in here because you actually downloaded Raspberry, but I just have this in here just to show you this tutorial. And then what I want to do is I want to go back here, and I want to take this SSH file, which, as I said, allows us to go into some application like PuTTY or VNC Viewer, and it basically tells the Pi to do a couple commands by itself, and you want to put that into your USB drive and or SD card, and now they're both saved in here, right here. And it's fine if it's like in random spots of the file, it's gonna get read by the Pi anyway. And now you're gonna wanna do is open your advanced IP scanner. So we'll go there next. Hello, so I'm in the middle of editing and I forgot to show you guys how to install Notepad++. So I'm just going to go to Notepad++. I'm just going to search it up. It's going to be in the description on how to get it. You want to tap here, and then of course you're here, blah, blah, blah. And then you can go to download here, and then you can install PuTTY. You can install, there's languages for a couple, but I'm just gonna download this one. You tap here, you press download, and yeah, you're done with them. Yeah, sorry for forgetting. So yeah. Now, once you have opened Advanced IP Scanner, what you want to do is it should already be scanning your IP, which it's blurred out right here, but it should already. You don't want to mess with anything right there. And what you want to do is you want to press scan. Now, I'm not going to press scan because I don't want to show all the devices on my network. But when you press scan, what you want to do is you want to find something that says Raspberry Pi or Raspberry. Either one is you would find down here. And what you want to do is you want to copy its IP. And what you want to do is you want to launch PuTTY, which I'm going to show you right now. So now after you've launched PuTTY and you've got the Raspberry Pi IP, what you want to do is you want to put the Pi here. So you want to, Control V, Control V, the Pi's IP right here. Now the port doesn't really matter, and what you want to do is if it's like anything different than SSH, then you want to click SSH. So if it was on login, you want to press SSH to connect into that file, or connect into the Pi using that file that I gave you. And then you don't want to change anything else. And then you want to press open. Now I don't have anything, but when you open it, you should see like a command area that says Raspberry Pi, which I'll put one up on screen. And you wanna do a couple commands, but I'm not gonna show you them today. I may show you them later in another video. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helped log into your Pi without needing HDMI Ethernet cable. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.